Hi everyone. I just want to share my experience with a Canadian Tire branch in Warden and Eglinton, this is their address. So today morning I went to do an oil change for my car, and what happened is to me is very interesting. For you guys, maybe you should be careful next time when you go to do oil change in Canadian Tire. So I did pay around $92 for a full synthetic oil, Mobil 1 full synthetic oil, OW20 oil, which is very high class oil for which has a very good oil density. So I paid plus with some other oil filter and the air filter. So all these charges, so the total come up to, I just cover my personal details here for privacy purposes, so it's nothing else, just my name and my address. So I just paid $150. So long story short is the job is done, and I came back in order to get my invoice, which is this. So, and I went to the cashier in order to pay for this $150 amount, which is this. So I paid it, and after the payment is completed, and I asked the lady, the cashier, which I show you on the video, so to show me give me the empty jar of the Mobil 1 full synthetic oil. And they said, okay, let me just go grab it. And then the technician came back and said, sorry, the tech who did the oil change, they just garbage it. I said, okay, go get it, or at least show me the jar. And then after that, the service tech, as well as the service desk guy or the lady who was servicing me, so they just started whispering with each other, and I saw that the technician just went in the shelf, grabbed a jar of the Mobil synthetic oil, and as soon as he saw that I saw him, he just walked on me. He just put the jar on the table and says, okay, here we go, you can take it. I said, I don't need that. I need the one you put it in my car. I need the empty jar. He said, sorry sir, we apologize. The technician made a mistake, and they put a full, instead of putting full synthetic oil Mobil 1, they just put a castor oil, which is only $15 cost. So, and I said, that's not acceptable. This is the second time. So I did last time, but since I did not have a proof, because I know once you take your dipstick on and you can check the density of the oil, as soon as you touch it, you know that whether it's a synthetic or it's a regular castor oil. And I asked for a manager, so the manager came, we had a very long discussion, so finally the manager agreed to just, I was not looking for a refund, but this is what the manager offered me, to refund the money. So I said, okay, let's go do the refund, and then I know what to do next. So they just refund me everything, so I don't know why they refunded in three transactions. So they just refund this one, and then they refund, first of all, this is my receipt, which I paid $184, plus I just purchased some other stuff as well. So they just refund for the oil change, which is $150 plus the other services. So $104 refund, and then $42 refund, and then $6 refund. So total come up to this $150. And then I came back to the service desk, where I just gave my key, and then I told her to do an oil change. So in order to know what happened on the service desk, please watch the remaining of this video and see what happened. So I'm not going to come back and talk about these issues after you watch the second part of the video. So I would strongly recommend everybody, please share this video as much as you can. And while you share this video on your Facebook, please put an explanation and ask your followers to share this video with their followers. So this way this video goes viral, and we come up to a solution and get attention of the media, and then come up to a solution that why these Canadian Tire branches are doing for innocent citizens, that they trust their brand and they just pay them a very good amount of money for a cheap product and service. So thank you so much guys for sharing this video as much as you can. And that's all. I don't have anything else to say. I just want to share my experience with you guys. And also, as I'm working with the auto part industry for more than 14 years or 13 years, so I don't know how I made this mistake, which I admit I made a mistake, but please, you guys don't make this mistake anymore. And if you do go to Canadian Tire, grab a jar of the oil that you want to put in your car, especially when it's a very high class or it's a very expensive oil. So do a signature, a very secret signature in the jar, and then once the jar is being done, the service has been done, ask the technician that I need that jar back, or maybe you should tell them in the beginning that I need the jar back. So this way they just you make sure that they put this jar to your car, although this is not a very 100% guarantee. So they may just put the jar back in an empty jar, and they still put a castor oil to your car, and they give you the empty jar back. It's not a 100% guarantee, but I don't think so they just go that far. But other than that, the other recommendation I do is just go buy the jar yourself, and just go to a very private garages that you know and you trust them, and you can see that they are putting this jar right in front of your eyes. There is a lot of stories going on in the media, especially in the social media, as well as in the CBC Marketplace program, that if you just go search on YouTube, you can see that what's going on with this oil changes, and especially people who doesn't know what's going on or how this industry operated. So yeah, you can just take care of this video. If you can just share it as much as you can, I really appreciate it. I just want to make you guys updated as soon as I be in contact with the Marketplace CBC media, and then I'll keep posting you guys updated. Thank you so much. It's almost end of the year. I wish you all a very warm 2018, and Happy New Year, and stay warm. Have a good day.
You just spoke with the general manager. I'm not going to get into any confrontation with you regarding this. Dave is the general manager of the store. I can give you Rod's number. The tech apologized. The other tech came to
Can I talk with the tech, please? The guy who did my work?
He's working on a car right now.
Okay.
So I can give you, Dave is the general manager of the store, and as I said, I know
because this is not fair for Canadian when they pay for a full castor oil.
Okay, first of all, sir, you know what? I'm not being rude and I'm not being ignorant. You just had this conversation with the general manager, okay? So I have nothing to say about it. I'm just a worker here. They did apologize for what happened. The tech was just trying to help out. As a rule, yes, it is castor oil, bulk oil. Okay?
But these oils are not castor oil when they just put it from the
Excuse me, sir.
Big jar.
Well, you're wrong there. Okay, you are totally wrong there. Castor oil is what we use in our drum. It is
that's
all
what I'm
bulk
saying.
oil.
But that's not what I paid for, right? I paid for a jar of the Mobile
first
One
of all,
oil.
sir, I don't know how many times we have to apologize. The tech came to help. Okay, not many people come in and ask for that. So he obviously made a mistake. When you asked, I wouldn't have known unless you asked, and it's not something that we do to rip people off or anything. It was an innocent mistake on his part. He was trying to help out
last
with the
time
tire
mistake
group.
too? This is the second time
sir,
that happened.
It wasn't a mistake the last time. There's no notes on this work order, and
if I walk out today,
you know
so
what?
that means I just take off my castor oil.
I'm sorry. The conversation's over with you and I. I'm not going to keep rehashing this. Okay? We offered to bring the vehicle in. He's apologized. You spoke to the general manager. Okay? If you want the service managers back next week.
Yes, can you just write it down,
Absolutely.
the phone number, so I can have
Absolutely.
the full details of
No problem.
as well as the tech.
So all he has to do is bring up the one.
This is crazy.
Everybody's human. Everybody makes a mistake, sir.
No, it's not a mistake, man. I saw this a lot in the media. A lot on the CBC
Anyway,
Marketplace.
sir,
they had an explanation on that.
I'm going to ask you to leave. I'm not getting in an argument
so if
with
you just put the information.
Rod is the service manager. All right? He'll be back next week.
Okay. All right, guys. So this is Canadian Tire with the branch in Scarborough, in Warden and Eglinton. So I just did oil change with an oil filter with the air filter, and I paid $150 for all the service charges with the jar of Mobil 1 full synthetic oil. And then after I paid the full amount, and on this cashier, and I asked them the empty jar for the Mobil 1 oil change that I did, and the supervisor came back and says we apologize, and they just give me a full jar of Mobil 1 oil, which says it's a tech problem. And this is the second time that I did it, and they just put a Castrol for $25 cost, and they charged me $150 for the entire job. So just want to let you guys know that what's going on in this branch, and share this video as much as you can in order to go viral and get the media involved for this issue. All right, thank you guys.